writing Superman in any medium is definitely a challenge. Now, some are easier than the others. For example, in a comic book, you can feature a story where Superman has a cosmic showdown in outer space. To work, this has to be action packed and well executed with emotional moments and tremendous spectacle. But when it comes to animation or live action, the most important thing about any character is that the audience must relate to your character in some way. Your character does not necessarily have to be human, but he must be humanized. Now that's the challenge because humanizing someone like Superman is tricky, which is also why many writers go in the opposite way and dehumanize Superman. For example, Frank Miller in his Dark Knight series has made Superman into this godlike figure who, at least according to Miller's Bruce Wayne, has no idea of what it means to be a human and consequently does not care for humans. A particularly disturbing scene in DK2 is when Superman and Wonder Woman has intercourse, which literally shakes the planet, causing volcanoes and earthquakes and killing thousands of people. Now, there are some who enjoy this version, but I personally think that whenever Superman is written in such a way, it just absolutely goes against everything that he stands for, which is truth, hope, and justice. Now, this is why in this video, I'm going to be covering the first animated film of the DC Rebirth timeline, Superman, Man of Tomorrow, and why it might just be the perfect Superman film. Now, Man of Tomorrow is actually directed by Chris Palmer, who has also directed the upcoming and eagerly awaited Batman The Long Halloween animated film. Now, firstly, let me tell you that the plot of this movie is very simple and straightforward, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. The Joker movie, for example, had a very thin plot, and if anything, it gave the character a whole lot of time to develop and breathe. It's the same with Man of Tomorrow. A straightforward plot actually allows us to truly see Clark Kent grow into Superman. Now, the film asks the most important question: should Superman establish himself as an alien, or should he be just the genuine American hero, a Superman? From the very first scene of the movie, a young Clark watches a sci-fi movie with his friend, and on seeing how the film treats the alien protagonist as a threat, just like every other mainstream alien sci-fi movie, he bursts into tears. Now, this is a little boy who himself is an alien, and he does not want anyone to treat him that way. In fact, Jonathan Kent himself genuinely believes that if word got out that his adopted son is actually an alien life form, then governments and secret agencies would just lock him up and cut him open. Then later in the movie comes in Lobo, an alien with the least regard for anyone, because, well, he is Lobo. All he wants is to kill his target and collect the bounty. And then comes in the extremely powerful and dreadful Martian Manhunter, an alien who could not be any more different from humans, not only in terms of appearance but also in terms of behavior, culture, thinking process, abilities. He is a genuine freak. And ultimately comes in Parasite, who, although originally human, became so severely mutated and deformed that he truly became a monster in the eyes of the people. Everyone wholeheartedly believed that Parasite was an alien. So this is a world where the entire population is terrified of aliens, where fiction shows aliens as man-eating monsters, and every person believes that the greatest threat to humanity will come from an alien invasion. Now, Clark has a huge advantage. He looks exactly like us. So the only sensible thing to do in this situation would be to hide his true self and to blend in with everyone and live a simple life. On the other hand, Clark has gifts. His unique biology makes him simply the most powerful man in the world. And it was always in Clark's nature to be kind and helpful. He refused to sit on the sidelines when someone is in trouble. He wishes to help with everything he has got. He is a hero. So what to do? Should he come out as this superhero who can actually save us from threats? Or should he just leave us to our fate and live his life in hiding? Now, Clark came up with an interesting answer. He came up with this combination of his powers and his nature, and he became the Superman. Now, in this arrangement, it is Superman who helps the people and protects the world. The guy who is on the front page of every newspaper and the hot topic for every media in the world. While Clark Kent is totally under the radar, an unimportant citizen just trying to get by. Now, his sudden appearance caused a lot of controversies, but as a result of his actions, people actually came to think of him as a hero and a champion of humanity. The ultimate human who will cause their salvation. Hence the name Superman. Now, they may have theorized that Superman may be an alien, but they could not know for sure. And humans trust their eyes more than any other senses. So when they see a strong young American poster boy come in and save the day, the thought of alien threat does not come to mind. So things worked out pretty well for Clark. Now, dual identity may be Clark's answer, but it's not the answer for everyone. According to Martian Manhunter, being the last of his species meant that his most important duty would be self-preservation, which is why he spent decades in hiding and making sure that he lives instead of jumping in dangerous situations and risking his own life. But through the course of the film, John actually comes in and helps Superman many times. He even puts his life on the line. He was inspired by Superman, who was also the last of his kind, but instead of spending his life in hiding, he's actually doing whatever he can to help. Now, if the movie ended with the three last sons of their planets, namely Superman, Martian Manhunter, and Lobo, stopping the rampaging parasite, I would not have made this video. But the movie makes a choice that changes everything. Remember when I told you that Parasite was actually a human who was deformed beyond recognition and the people thought of him as an alien monster? Well, the movie showcases a whole lot of moments humanizing the Parasite. Rudy Jones was a war veteran who had to retire and take up a job as a janitor. He has a wife and 2 kids. Now, he was a good, honest, and hardworking guy who was just unfortunate enough to be caught in an accident. He was collateral damage in Superman's fight with Lobo. Now, that's what made him into this terrible monster. Even till this point, the movie could have ended strong with a tragic antagonist. But it turns out it was just the beginning. In the last scenes of the movie, as a confused Parasite tries to attack Superman, hundreds of people, media and the citizens curse him out of xenophobia. But Superman stops them and asks them to not be fearful of him and to treat him with compassion. He tells to them and to the world that the Parasite was never the alien. He is. He said that his name is Kal-El, the last of the great proud race of Kryptonians, and that he comes in peace. Now, Superman could have easily continued his work with his current image, but he urged the people to see him for what he really is. He also assures them that they have nothing to fear from him. Now, there will always be people who would never stop being afraid of Superman or would never trust him or even hate him. But regardless of all that, he told the world who he truly is, because telling the truth and putting a stop to the ongoing theory would also help people to be kind to this unfortunate man who was just a victim of fate. Now, this idea is further solidified when the parasite actually saves the whole city from a nuclear blast by absorbing the radiation of a damaged and overheated reactor from the power plant, sacrificing his own life in the process. So Clark gave up his goodwill with the people for the sake of justice, for the sake of truth, and in spite of all the hate and distrust that he will receive, he hopes that one day humanity accepts him for who he is. Now, what this movie does better than anything is show, and not tell, but show how Superman stands for the three core ideas: truth, justice, and hope. Well, that's it for this video. Be sure to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel for more content, and I will see you in the next video. Till then, stay safe and thanks for watching.